y'all hunt for?
Rabbit, birds.
Y'all dress them and sell them, or you for your own
It's just
family?
our own family.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't sell them. But the family sold fish.
Okay. On Sycamore? Because they had a bunch of fishmongers on Sycamore, right?
On the beach.
On the beach.
They had
big
more
market.
black
penny
markets
market.
here than they had white.
Yeah, I heard that.
They
A
had more
lot.
black markets here than they had white.
Okay.
but-
Third Street,
Oh, what? Which one?
Third Street, they had fish.
Third
market.
Street was fishmonger. But so, from my understanding, there were a lot of small black-owned businesses.
Oh, yeah.
You said more than white-owned businesses, right?
Uh-huh.
More black-owned businesses than white-owned businesses?
Yeah, well, they had more oyster shops here was owned by more black people.
Okay, so what happened? What changed? I mean, was it a hurricane? Was it Camille? Was it Betsy?
Several hurricanes.
But I mean, so
See,
it's,
before their time, before they come along,
1947 hurricane.
which one? Which was 47?
1947.
What was that?
Right here in Bay San Diego.
Do you remember
A
what?
lot of things changed.
Yeah, but do you remember which one that was?
I don't know.
Because
They weren't
Because-
naming.
oh, they didn't
They-
start
they weren't
naming
naming
them.
them.
Oh, they weren't
But
naming them.
We had the same regular houses some of the white folks had.
Okay, all right.
Same construction,
Okay,
and sometimes same location.
okay.
Because where,
Because y'all were on the beach and stuff like that, right?
well, one block from the beach, hardly anything on the beach for blacks
Yeah,
in the 40s that I know of,
okay.
you know. But one block, right there.
Yeah,
One block or 2 blocks or 3 blocks.
right.
So it was called the back of town people.
Right.
They got a railroad track, and it's First Street, Second, Third Street, Blaze Avenue is Third
Right.
Street, and across the track, then there's like Herman was saying, the blacks moved back this way
Okay.
from
all
the
right.
beach,
Yeah, okay.
and that's about right, you know.
That's what?
That's about right, you know.
Okay.
The-
About
the way-
right, you mean just to like let it be and go find a
Where it
place to
was.
congregate?
Yeah, why? Yeah,
Okay,
because we kept being isolated,
okay. All right.
and we didn't have no good jobs.
But intentionally, right?
Intentionally.
Yes. Okay.
We didn't have the money.
Yeah, absolutely.
You
Or the
know.
resources, yeah,
Yeah, we had the resources and we didn't have the job.
yeah.
You know, in fact, we took care of our own
Uh-huh,
by doing ballrooms,
right,
selling fish,
right,
peddling this, peddling that.
right, yeah.
And then some of them was in agriculture doing the farming for vegetables,
Okay,
you know.
uh-huh,
And like you said, my auntie had cows. She had cows and horses,
uh-huh,
and she sold milk. Jenna, she had cows and she had horses. But she helped a whole lot of people, white and black. She wasn't discriminating against nothing. And they know her today. All of them love them today. Remember her.
good,
yes indeed.
all right.
I had a good life.
Good,
I had a good life a lot of kids would have liked to have.
because you stayed in those woods, hunting and fishing?
I was free.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes indeed.
Yeah,
What he's telling you,
uh-huh,
I did all of that.
yeah,
What he's telling you,
yeah,
my mama's sister and my mama and my brothers, we all had a lot of cattle,
uh-huh.
had a lot of cows and horses.
Where?
I used to-
Around here?
Yeah,
Yeah,
right
right
here.
here.
Where were they?
This town,
Uh-huh,
this town was a horse and buggy.
yeah,
It
yeah,
wasn't no cars.
Right.
And I can remember when the first car was bought by a black man here. And it was,
What was
a
it?
black Cadillac. and he was a blacksmith.
all right, good.
Had on the first automobile, and first black man owned a brand new automobile.
That's
Yeah, and his
amazing.
name
Yeah,
was Willie Harris.
really good, all right.
Go ahead and tell them about it.
Yeah, tell us about it.
We're just waiting for someone to come so we can get on the beach and swim.
crab, fish, and run behind the older boys or older men.
What about school? Did you like school?
Yeah, it was cool because I liked the basketball, football,
Huh.
and I like competing with the Bellina C. Jones and St. Rose was in.
So both of those schools all black then?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
So you didn't have to deal with having to deal with like.
We didn't know.
You didn't know because you
We
were
didn't know.
protected from that.
If the child next to me is black but he's white, I don't know who he is.
Yeah,
If he's white skinned
yeah,
and his skin is whiter than a white man, so how you gonna figure that out?
yeah,
As a kid,
yeah.
so you just grow into knowing what they're doing now.
They had
That's
nuns,
cute,
they had nuns,
Yeah.
And the nuns were black or white?
white.
It's white.
And did y'all feel anything?
That's where I went.
Yeah. Any
I was saying,
tension there?
We didn't know.
You didn't know?
We didn't know nothing
You
about
felt like you were cared for and
Yeah,
Okay.
most of the time.
yeah,
Most
That's
of the
where I
time.
graduated from.
from St. Rose?
Yeah, altar boy.
Huh.
My grandma used to work
And you
us
weren't
out.
at school at all, so.
They didn't really want us there.
Right,
And I
right.
ain't no
So
black there,
the
so
blacks-
they helped
So they helped
create
make
St.
this,
Rose.
Right,
right,
but they
but they
helped-
didn't necessarily
But the
populate it with black priests. Oh, okay,
They staffed it,
okay.
half
okay.
staffed it, but then they had St. Augustine Seminary
Uh-huh,
producing preachers,
right,
priests.
Priest.
yeah,
And then there wasn't no black priests coming out of
why?
St. Augustine,
Uh-huh,
Seminary.
the white people,
Women.
and foreigners.
okay, okay. Now,
Very few blacks came through there.
okay, I had a whole
at
different
St.
idea of what it was.
Augustine.
I had a different idea.
And then, you know, the biggest thing came out was the black bishop.
Uh-huh,
And they
what year was that?
that was in the 50s.
Yeah.
Remember?
And
On-
then Father
on-
Bowman came along,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
and he became a bishop.
And he was black?
And
Right.
former Bowman, I got my first communion with him.
Right, me too.
Yeah, but I couldn't go to Catholic school because they hit me when I was first grade
Mhm.
with a ruler.
Uh-huh,
Yeah,
I said,
they
no,
used to,
I
yeah.
ain't getting on here no more.
yeah,
I
Yeah,
hate
they
it.
used to pop
It
you
took-
with that rule.
Yeah.
And I had to stay out of school a whole year because I didn't want to go to St. Rose,
uh-huh,
and I went back to VCJ
okay.
in second grade.
So,
But then the history is
uh-huh,
VCJ burned down.
uh,
The building burned down to the ground.
okay.
My sisters went
Right over here
went
where
there.
Boys and Girls Club is now, that place?
Yeah, the
Okay.
same spot,
Yeah,
but it burned down when I
Uh-huh.
was in second grade,
uh-huh,
and it was transferred over to Washington Street, where they had that old building there. You know, when they had organization.
When VCJ burned down, they
Yeah, on
opened
Washington
the school.
Street.
They opened a school on Washington Street.
Yeah, that's it.
On Washington Street, they had two schools. On Washington Street, the church, they used the church, a little Baptist church.
And that was
Uh-huh.
in the
right
40s.
there, and they used the hall. They had a hall
yeah,
right there, and they used them two buildings to go to school.
I see.
Yeah, when
There's
they
a lot
went
of
to school, boys.
A lot of weird history in Bay St. Louis. But you know what? I was never called a black nigger in Bay St. Louis. Not me.
Uh-huh,
I had white friends.
uh-huh,
I had white people that took me around out of town.
uh-huh,
And they never associated me as being a black nigger, you know. And I raised up with their kids, played with their kids, hunted with their kids, went to the beach with their kids. And
So you didn't feel like there was anything about what was going on that held you back?
yeah, it wasn't no racial thing.
Like I said, honestly, when Emmett Till got killed
Yeah,
in Mississippi, I had resentment
mm-hmm,
for white people,
yeah,
but I also had white friends, but
Right.
it wasn't too many. Hobbs grocery store was white owned. It had white and black. Ballroom. Sylvia's across the street was the same thing. So my friends was with the Hobbs, Lazaro and his brother. We was real tight.
Uh-huh.
But other than that, you know, there wasn't too much stealing. You know, but I learned how to forgive. You know, when Governor Wallace stopped them in, that was Georgia or Alabama, when they stopped them from going to school.
Uh-huh, yep.
And later on, he got shot
Mhm.
and was confined to a wheelchair, and he came on national television. And he asked for forgiveness, and I said, if that man, you know,
Mhm.
I feel the same way. I don't have no resentment in my heart for nobody. My daddy was into bootleg,
Mhm.
alcohol,
Yeah.
and I couldn't go play. He would come, say, man, let's go play. I said, no, Russell, I can't. He said, well, if I help you, you think your daddy will let you go? I said, sure. So we would go in there, we had 2 kegs in the room. He cycled that alcohol, and we would wash the bottles with hand by hand,
Yeah.
line them up, put them on the table, and then fill them up, and then he'd let me
Go
go.
play.
But we've been like brothers since then.
I come up in the 60s. 60, what, I didn't know nothing about it until what, maybe ninth grade. I realized that it was integration, segregation,
Right.
and then I knew that white kids went to another school and what was going on, because we got some of their books, and I was wondering where the books come from. And
Right.
the books come from them,
Mhm.
you know, so our education was behind them,
Right.
because we got their old
And how did you
books.
feel about that? Or did you feel about it then? Did you think about it? or not?
I feel that not being a grown man, if you wanted to study and be what you wanted to be,
He ain't that.
it was on you, you know?
you
It was
got
up to
going.
you,
Yeah.
because we was taught. We
Yeah.
had school,
Yeah.
we had knowledge,
Right.
and we had people around here who was architects, fishermen,
Right.
barbers,
Yeah.
anything you can name in the
Sure.
world.
Masonry, they had a lot of
Architects,
Museum
masonry.
Bay,
right,
St.
like you
Louis.
said, yeah.
So if you
Craftsmen,
choose-
musicians,
Artists.
Whatever you
artists,
chose to be,
yeah.
you could have been, whatever
Right.
you wanted to be. You know, like I said, Bay St. Louis is a place apart.
Yeah.
It is a unique place, it's different from the past.
Right.
You've been here for a while, it's different
Yeah.
from Gulfport, it's
Right.
different from
Right.
Biloxi,
Yeah.
it's different
And
from,
especially in North.
cause we
Yeah.
got
You
Pearlton
going
right
north?
there,
Right.
you got Pearlton, Logtown,
Right.
and all that is
Yeah.
considered as Hancock.
You know, men have a tendency to, what I would say, not share things.
Right. You're right.
You understand?
Yeah, I
Like-
do
like-
understand.
Like women.
Right.
know.
Absolutely.
And it takes a good woman to stand behind a man.
Right.
You know, really,
Yeah.
'cause I watch women. I have 4 sisters. And I'm the only boy. You know, so I'm spoiled, but I learned a lot from my sisters. You know, from women. Period.
Mhm.
You know, so that's why I want to commend y'all for what y'all.
Oh, the joy,
Well,
the excitement.
I don't want to cut you off,
Go
but let
ahead,
me
cut
tell
me
you
off.
something. Most black kids around here, they don't want to know. They don't want to know. They don't want to stop and listen to your conversation. These kids don't give a rat's ass about what happened back in the days. Now, you talk to a white kid, she'll sit there and listen. But a black kid ain't gonna listen at that crap.
What do you think?
It's not. That's for real.
But why do you think?
Huh?
Why?
I don't know, man. They just don't care. Don't care. They
I don't think
care.
I don't think that's just black
They
kids.
don't care, man. But you can sit down and talk to a white kid, and when you look up, you got a whole hood of them around you listening to that your conversation. Black kids don't do that. Time ago, this town was never segregated.
Okay.
Everybody knew everybody.
Uh-huh.
You can whip my children, I can whip your children and bring them home, they got another ass whipping. So I don't care if you were black, green, or what color. I didn't have to go, or you didn't have to go in no back door or nothing. Everybody was
So
together.
so that didn't happen here. You didn't have to have it. There was no whites only
Uh-huh.
entrances. there were no whites only entrances or anything
It
like
was
that?
it was no segregation.
Only if
Yeah,
you
when
had a
I'm talking about,
restaurant,
Uh-huh.
if you had a white restaurant, you had to go in the back.
Everybody lived together, yeah.
So that did exist?
They did have,
Where you
And
had a white
bars,
restaurant, you had to
and
go
a
in.
lot of bars.
And
too.
bars.
and they had bars.
And you had to go in
couldn't
the back
bar.
door, right?
They had
Other than
bars
that,
for,
yeah,
That's segregation.
life a lot.
Definitely when it came up for sale, my uncle wasn't here. He was in California.
Yeah,
And
okay.
he had always been an entrepreneur.
Yeah,
And he had his own business, he had an accounting office, he had
Uh-huh.
real estate, he had record shops,
uh-huh.
restaurants. You know, I figured if he would have been here, he would have got it.
I sure would
I
have.
think he would
I
have
didn't
got
know he was for sale, cause I'd have came on the trip.
it. He was the only one I knew.
I'd have got a plane and I went there and,
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was 1982, it was the first time it changed from black to white hands.
I remember when they gave us the check.
and I didn't know it. I didn't know it at all. Cause I'd have been on a plane the next day.
Yeah, give us the check.
Why do you think that they didn't advertise it like that? There's some
It
barbecue
really
sauce
didn't.
here.
It
if
really
anybody-
didn't have to be advertised.
Well, why
It
didn't
just
people
was,
know?
It was just time for it to change. When time came up, and the people that was in position got it. You know,
Yeah,
they didn't know.
How did you
they
feel
didn't
about
know,
that?
They didn't know he was gone. They
but
didn't
how
know-
did you feel about that?
I would love to see it would have been
In the
He
family?
wanted to move memory.
Afro-American place,
Yeah,
Afro-American heritage or whatever.
sure, right.
But we had to participate on what was going on with it.
I'd have made a 503 if I'd bought it.
You what, yeah,
I'd have
you
been a
could,
503.
you could have gotten the same one that existed, right?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Well, it was meant to be.
because I always wanted it to be a historical site.
I don't understand how they just tore down the old PC. But it belonged to my cousin
I
Maurice.
saw that. How'd they do that?
I don't, to me, why would you tear down something historical?
I don't know.
When I passed and saw that, I said,
I
wow.
saw the same thing.
I said, Maurice, more intelligent than tear down the historical.
Yeah.
All you had to do was rebuild it and get a grant.
Yeah,
What is wrong with you, man?
Mm-hmm.
Where you live? What?
but it wasn't Maurice who tore it down, right? You know, how does it maintain what it is and not get developed into a house or houses or, you know what I mean? What keeps it?
You could pass that on in writing. That's what you want it to be. Your legacy. And,
Well-
and your name will come within the 100 men. Then your name is under that. But I guess you're going to have to do that.
Well, currently, if I live a while, maybe my son would want to run it. Maybe he'd want to do it.
That's what I thought.
Maybe. But if something were to happen before that, my niece she would take care of my son and I'm gonna get, you know, and she knows exactly what needs to be done here, so.
Okay?
This property could have been $1 million staff. Easy. You see all the houses across the street?
Yeah,
Number of woods there.
I
That
know.
little stable right there with horses. And a little building there one time. And look how close they are from the ditch at the railroad track here. They got a ditch running across back there. And this will be, then you're getting the Amtrak coming in to stop.
I'll
Yeah,
get ready to say
yeah,
that,
right,
Chief.
exactly, yeah.
That's
If
it.
you had a hotel here
Walk right over.
in the parking lot, and they don't have no beaches like this in Louisiana from New Orleans.
No,
The coast have, 26 miles of
Right,
beach?
26 miles.
White sandy beach. I used to peep through that door. I was about 12, 13 years old. They have a dance like that every month. You be having a dance, big name. And I couldn't come in,
uh-huh,
you know.
yeah,
I was a little boy, 13.
Yeah.
You know, if I was a biggie, man, I'd walk on in there with a hat on, disguise. And he stopped me at the door when I was 16 years old. They kept stopping me. 17, okay. I got a car. I bought a car at 17, paid for it myself. And then I started growing up like a man, walking like a man, and they let me in.
And my grandmother was a promoter,
Right.
and I stayed with my grandmother. She raised me. And she had a club, restaurant, grandpa.
Right.
And I used to come here and before the dance, fill the beer with beer.
Right. And setups.
Yeah, set up the beer and the cold drinks.
In the
And
kitchen?
make sure it's clean, and the bathroom be clean and everything like that. For the dance that night, stuff like that. That's how I got in.
Would be here. This is where second line, everything, the whole line. People lived for that. You know, it was something to do.
But it's changed though now, don't you think?
Well, time changes everything. So
Yeah. Ends March 5th, my son. So he's always on Mardi Gras or something close to Mardi Gras.
Mm-hmm. And you don't get it every year. I get it probably every 4 years
Just a little bit thing.
on that date.
Yeah.
Usually every 4
And then
years.
she
Come on
went-
first.
Thank you.
when their
It's so
people
delicious.
were the first Indians, and that like it was a tradition.
Yeah.
The only picture I got from my daddy, he was dressed as an Indian.
Oh, wow.
And I was told that he started the Mardi Gras Indians in New Orleans.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
That's
That's
what
a
I
lot.
was told. A lot of people told me that.
It's amazing.
And that's
I
the only
was
picture
told-
we got. It was the
I
only
was told
picture
he,
we got.
I was told he did the puppets. He made the first puppet. But I went to tell her that, but I didn't know for sure.
Mhm.
You know the little strings?
Yeah.
Marionettes,
I
yeah.
remember him talking about it when I was a little boy.
Wow.
How he made them little, and they used to have them.
Huh.
I think my Aunt Nenny or somebody had them in the house.
Wow.
The little hand ones that you work.
Yeah.
They're probably the same way.
But he never take me fishing.
Who did?
He don't.
How come you don't take him fishing?
Talk too much.
Yay! My God. Well,
A lot of things happened here.
what? Tell me.
The NWCA was here,
Uh-huh.
and they're bringing in the older fellas, like Melvin Altimus, Tim, the
Yeah.
barber,
Barber.
Tim
and
Hamilton. Tim Hamilton.
yeah, and the Corys,
Uh-huh.
the old man Corey,
Jack
Yeah.
Curry.
yeah.
Wasn't it Walter Curry that, he was the one that, his name is on the deed for the land here.
It is.
Walter Curry.
Yeah, well, it could have been one of them, you know. But they used to have an organization, and a separate organization coming in,
Uh-huh.
you know, and this is the meeting place,
Yeah.
you know, and you get all the political knowledge from the barber shop,
Uh-huh.
Yeah, everything from the barber shop.
and you know what's going on in Bay St. Louis
Uh-huh.
with the city, the mayor,
Uh-huh.
and they had who's gonna be the next councilman, stuff like that. And then there weren't no blacks working in the city hall or the organization. But until what? In the 80s or 70s?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, 70.
Around the 70s? But the 60s, no.
Yeah.
You know, we had separate school. We couldn't go to the library, you know. But they was organizing, trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
The grown-ups.
You think, so the NAACP played a big role in that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Who was the head of the NAACP then? You remember?
I don't remember, no. 'Cause I came in from California, I sat in a meeting right there,
Uh-huh.
and I got mad because there weren't no members.
So the evening was based on this African proverb, which is, until the lion tells his tale, history will favor the hunter. So I looked, since I got here, about Black history, about all of the artisans that I've heard about, the musicians who came through here, and I don't find anything documented about the history.
No, they didn't do that.
And it's an amazing history, like, you know,
They had more factories. That was a lot.
like what
that
kind of
was,
factories? What kind?
Seafood factory. This was
Oh.
this whole.
Where did they go?
This
So where-
this whole town
Uh.
was a seafood village.
But why is
And
it
a
not
dairy.
anymore?
It was seafood and dairy.
Okay.
Here.
Right. Yeah, okay.
This whole, they had factories here, a lot of
Yeah.
factories, seafood
Yeah.
factories. My mama's mama
Uh-huh.
made all the sales for these boats here.
Oh,
All
wow.
the sales for
Wow.
all these, they didn't have
Your
more.
mom's mom.
My mama's mama.
Yeah.
I used to sit watching in the backyard and put that ticking together and sew
Yeah.
it together and cut
Yeah.
them sails out
Wow.
for all these boats, all these
Yeah.
oyster boats. They didn't
Wow.
have motors.
Yeah.
They didn't have no
Yeah.
engine.
Yeah.
Everything was sail.
Yeah. Wow.
Mama worked the oysters,
Okay.
the factories on the beach,
Uh-huh.
the crabs,
Uh-huh.
shrimp, whatever was available.
Uh-huh.
Every season, she worked in the oysters,
Uh-huh.
the shrimp, and the crab.
Wow.
And then, when she got older, my sister didn't do it. My older sister, his mama didn't do it.
Uh-huh.
Maybe when she was young, she did it. But when she got up to high school, she said, "Oh no."
I want
She
to.
looking for other things to do.
Uh-huh. Okay.
And the generation passed on.
Uh-huh.
The industry, the white had the power with the money,
Sure. Uh-huh.
and they passed it on to the next generation. But the next generation say, "No, I don't
We
want to do that. I don't
Yeah.
do no.
Yeah.
I don't want to do no industry stuff.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
we're gonna travel. We're gonna go this way. We're going this way."
Right.
A lot of black people, when I was coming up, they left Mississippi, going to Chicago,
Right. Yeah.
going
Well, the
New York,
migration, the great migration.
California,
Yeah,
everywhere.
Yeah. And
I've
so.
been every day. I used to travel with my kids from California all the way to New York.
All right.
We stopped in every state in the union
Uh-huh.
to train my kids to meet people
Right.
and be people and be real.
Yeah.
There you go.
And-
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I taught them how to swim
Uh-huh.
when they were young,
Uh-huh.
and we never stopped in a place in a town that didn't have a swimming pool.
All right.
And then some of the white people got out the pool,
Oh, well, good for them.
and that was in the 70s.
Wow. Most famous person, most famous musician you saw here at the hall?
Most
Famous.
musician or singer.
Either one.
What her name on the side of that board out there?
Etta James.
Ella James.
You
That
saw
was my
her?
baby.
Yeah?
Yes.
How many times did you see her?
Huh?
How many times did you see her here?
I seen her twice here and once in Gulfport.
Okay.
I went to the dressing room with her. I cried.
Jesus.
Yeah. Hey, baby, this ain't no lie. I cried. I had my girlfriend with me, and I was crying like a newborn baby.
Why?
She come kneel in between my legs.
What? Etta James?
Yeah.
What?
She come off the stage, kneel in between my legs, and she was singing to me.
Oh my
And I
God.
was crying like a
Oh.
newborn baby.
Oh my God.
But she was looking at me from off the stage.
Oh, so she
'cause
already had your eye.
I had a front row seat.
Yeah, okay.
And
All
I was
right.
sitting there,
Yeah.
and she come down them stairs and she was singing.
Oh.
She come kneel down in between my
Oh.
legs. She
Oh,
was
my
singing to me. Oh boy.
Wow. And she had a real amplified
Oh
voice.
man,
Oh,
that
yeah.
girl could sing, boy.
Yeah.
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 Yeah.